When it came to skin removal surgeries, Chris Combs and Tammy Slaton sought a second opinion during the episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters that aired on Tuesday. Despite the fact that both of the siblings were aware that they were making significant headway toward their weight loss objectives, Tammy was not content. When the TLC actress found out that she weighed less than 300 pounds, she was overjoyed. Nevertheless, she was quite dissatisfied when the doctor refused to give her permission to have her skin removed. Fans on the internet were completely enraged by what occurred after that. Even when she is upset, Tammy Slaton continues to display poor behavior. Tammy Slaton has done a great deal over the course of the past few years, according to viewers of the show 1,000-Pound Sisters. On the other hand, her behavior when confronted with disappointment is continuing to be undesirable. There was a user on Reddit who posted on the platform, "When she doesn't get her way, Tammy acts like a 2-year-old. The moment she learns that she will not be receiving skin removal, she immediately becomes completely and utterly withdrawn, as if she were a young child in the room of the doctor. If you were to simply show the doctor your excess skin, there is a possibility that he might give his approval. But that's not going to happen. Let's simply shut down like Tammy did all the time." What kind of traumatic experience did these individuals go through when they were children? During her appointment with the doctor, Tammy was seen in a photo that was added to the post by a member on Reddit. Her chin was resting on her hand. However, this fan of 1,000-Pound Sisters was not the only one who made a post on Reddit that was similar to this one. A different user wrote, "But I am unable to tolerate Tammy's outbursts of anger that she unleashes when she is unable to obtain what she desires. It's like watching a child of 4 years old become upset because they are unable to consume chocolates for breakfast. She has a lot of work to do internally if she is going to keep the weight off over the long term, especially after she forced herself to throw up after she was rejected the first time. In my opinion, she still has a lot of work to do." The opinions of other fans of the 1,000-Pound Sisters are presented here. A number of additional viewers of 1,000-Pound Sisters expressed sentiments that were comparable across both Reddit posts. Tammy continues to display horrifying behavior when she is angry or wounded, despite the fact that they are thrilled with the improvement she has made. Among the comments are, "The fact that she would need to shed more weight was something that he told her before he ever looked at her. It shattered her. She had high expectations for herself. As a result of her feelings of being shattered and let down, she took action. She does not possess a great deal of social elegance. I believe that she has performed far better than in prior seasons. Changing oneself is a challenging journey. At the end of the day, I believe that the mother is the source of all of the *D2 views that each of the siblings exhibits about themselves. Despite the fact that Tammy is 38 years old, she possesses the mental and emotional aptitude of a preteen. There are times when I can comprehend why the family has reached their limit with her. What are your thoughts on the actions that Tammy Slaton has taken? In the comments section, please share your own ideas and thoughts. The reality TV world is often full of unpredictable twists and turns, with viewers becoming emotionally invested in the lives of the individuals they watch. This is particularly true for fans of TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters, the show that chronicles the lives of Tammy and Amy Slaton, two sisters from Kentucky struggling with extreme obesity. The series quickly became a fan favorite due to its raw and unfiltered depiction of the challenges the sisters face in their journey to better health, and the personalities that viewers have come to love or, at times, become frustrated with. One person who has drawn the most intense reactions from fans is Tammy Slaton, who, despite moments of progress, has frequently disappointed viewers with her lack of commitment to her weight loss journey and her personal choices. The show, which initially focused on Tammy and her sister Amy's efforts to lose weight and ultimately qualify for weight loss surgery, has over time become a narrative of challenges, setbacks, and, in Tammy's case, recurring patterns of self-sabotage. As fans watch her story unfold, many have voiced their frustration, concern, and disappointment, especially as it becomes clear that Tammy's journey toward health is much more complicated than expected. But why exactly are fans disappointed in Tammy Slaton? Let's take a deeper dive into the key reasons behind the growing sense of frustration, as well as the ongoing sympathy and concern that has kept her at the forefront of conversations around body image, health, and self-determination. The reality of Tammy Slaton's struggles. From the very beginning of 1,000-Pound Sisters, Tammy's story was one of emotional depth and painful vulnerability. Both sisters, Amy and Tammy, faced enormous struggles with weight, but Tammy's situation was much more severe. When the show began, she weighed over 600 pounds, while Amy was slightly below the 400-pound mark. However, despite similar starting points, Tammy's weight loss efforts have been consistently marred by personal obstacles, from mental health issues to a series of poor lifestyle choices that seem to derail her progress. Throughout the seasons, Tammy has struggled to keep her weight down and maintain the discipline necessary for weight loss. Fans saw her attempt to work with doctors, try different diets, and commit to exercise routines, only to watch her quickly fall off track. It was clear that, much like anyone facing extreme obesity, the path to health would not be simple for Tammy. However, her journey has been even more difficult due to the personal battles she continues to fight with herself. For fans, it became increasingly difficult to watch, as Tammy often chose to ignore advice from medical professionals and family members. Whether it was her refusal to follow her doctor's recommendations or her unhealthy relationship with food, Tammy's self-sabotage seemed to be an ongoing theme. While there were moments when she seemed genuinely committed to change, those moments were often followed by setbacks, leading viewers to question whether she truly wanted to improve her situation. This inconsistency in her efforts is one of the main reasons fans have voiced their disappointment in Tammy. The audience had hoped for more tangible progress as the seasons went on, but instead, they were left with a cycle of hopeful moments, followed by heartbreaking setbacks. Tammy's relationship with food and self-sabotage. One of the most concerning aspects of Tammy's story is her ongoing relationship with food. Despite knowing the risks associated with her weight and the impact it has on her overall health, Tammy continues to make unhealthy food choices, even when those decisions seem to be taking a significant toll on her physical and emotional well-being. This pattern of self-sabotage has been a major source of frustration for fans. It's clear that food is not just a physical need for Tammy, it's an emotional crutch. Throughout the series, fans have witnessed Tammy's struggles with self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. These emotional battles often lead her to turn to food as a source of comfort. While many viewers can sympathize with the emotional pain she's in, they also become frustrated when Tammy doesn't seem to take responsibility for her actions. Instead of confronting the emotional issues driving her unhealthy habits, she frequently acts out in ways that seem to further exacerbate her problems. At times, it almost feels as though Tammy uses her weight as an excuse to avoid dealing with deeper emotional issues. She has spoken openly about her struggles with self-worth, but instead of seeking therapy or other forms of support, she often resorts to eating as a way to cope. For viewers, this creates a sense of helplessness, as it's clear that the road to recovery for Tammy is far more complex than simply losing weight. Family dynamics and enabling behavior. Another aspect of Tammy's situation that has caused fans to become frustrated is the role her family plays in her journey. While Tammy's sister Amy has shown significant progress in her weight loss journey, having undergone bariatric surgery and lost a substantial amount of weight, the relationship between the two sisters has also been marked by tension. Amy has been Tammy's primary caregiver, and the dynamic between the two can sometimes feel enabling, especially when Amy allows Tammy to continue making poor choices or doesn't hold her accountable for her actions. For instance, there have been moments in the show when Amy appeared to encourage Tammy to go to doctor's appointments or consider bariatric surgery, only to back off when Tammy refused or resisted. While it's understandable that Amy feels a deep sense of loyalty to her sister, viewers have often found themselves questioning whether this enabling behavior is doing more harm than good. The lack of firm boundaries and consequences for Tammy's actions may be contributing to her inability to break free from unhealthy patterns. Tammy's behavior toward Amy also plays a role in this dynamic. At times, Tammy has been openly hostile toward Amy, even when Amy is trying to help. This has created a tension that many fans have found uncomfortable to watch. Tammy's refusal to take responsibility for her choices, paired with her tendency to lash out at her family when confronted, leaves fans questioning whether she truly wants to change or if she's simply content with her current situation. The impact of Tammy's behavior on her health. As the seasons of 1,000-Pound Sisters progress, one of the most concerning elements of Tammy's story is the toll her behaviors are taking on her health. Tammy's weight continues to rise, and with it, the risks associated with extreme obesity such as heart disease, diabetes, and other life-threatening conditions. As fans watch Tammy struggle with her health, there's a growing sense of urgency among viewers. Many have expressed concern for her well-being and fear that if she doesn't make significant changes, she could be at risk of not only losing the opportunity for weight loss surgery, but also losing her life. There are moments in the show when Tammy's health seems to deteriorate at an alarming rate. In one of the most distressing moments, she was shown requiring constant medical attention due to breathing difficulties, with her weight and lifestyle choices complicating her condition. Fans, who had been rooting for her throughout the series, were left with a feeling of powerlessness as they watched Tammy continue to spiral despite the clear dangers to her health. Tammy's journey serves as a reminder of the critical importance of taking care of one's health, and her struggles have sparked important conversations around the realities of living with obesity. While her situation is undeniably tragic, it also highlights the complexity of health and wellness, particularly when mental and emotional health factors play such a significant role in one's behavior. The disappointment of fans. So why are fans particularly disappointed in Tammy Slaton? The answer lies in a combination of expectations, emotional investment, and the ongoing patterns of behavior that have left viewers feeling frustrated. When 1,000-Pound Sisters first premiered, many fans were hopeful that the show would document the sisters' transformative journeys toward health. While Amy's progress has been inspiring, Tammy's journey has been much more difficult to watch. For fans, it's hard to watch someone who appears to be so resistant to change, even when it's clear that change is necessary for their survival. Tammy's consistent refusal to take responsibility for her choices, her inability to break free from self-destructive habits, and her strained relationships with family have left many fans feeling disappointed. The hope that Tammy would overcome her struggles and find the strength to change has slowly been replaced with a sense of frustration. That said, it's important to acknowledge that Tammy is not simply a character on a TV show. She is a real person dealing with deeply complex issues. For many, the disappointment comes not from a lack of sympathy, but from a sense of helplessness. Fans are invested in Tammy's story because they care, but they also know that the path to change is difficult, especially when someone is not yet ready to embrace it. Final thoughts. Hope for the future. Despite the ongoing disappointment, there remains a thread of hope in the story of Tammy Slaton. While fans may feel frustrated by her repeated setbacks, they continue to root for her. The journey of health and self-discovery is rarely linear, and Tammy's story is a powerful reminder that overcoming personal obstacles takes time. Whether or not Tammy can turn things around remains to be seen, but her journey has undoubtedly sparked important conversations about the complexities of weight loss, mental health, and the importance of personal accountability. In the end, fans continue to watch and care because they want the best for Tammy, because they believe that, deep down, she can make the changes necessary to live a healthier and happier life. It's that belief that keeps the audience engaged, hoping that one day, Tammy will make the choice to fully commit to her health, for her sake and for the sake of those who love her.